Hello, I am Pam, and this is my channel, Made by Pam. Today is Friday, hashtag Friday Sews. So it is June 9th, 2023. Man, that week went by fast. It went zoom, just ran away with me. Alright, so what have I sewn this week? Well, I did sew up my Pamerals. Hashtag Pamerals is overalls made by Pam. My friends came up with that wonderful hashtag. So I didn't have enough of the stretch denim to do the pocket piece for there, so I just used a different fabric there. And use it on the inside pieces. And then I decided to finish off the seam on the inside. I was going to use a different bias binding that I made, because I made this one years and years ago, and I had a floral one, and it's somewhere around here, and I was going to use that, and I messed up, and so I went to, there it is, right there. Go figure. So I had this, and I was going to put that as the inside, but I kept messing it up, so I had to throw it away, because I put it on and then realized I didn't put it on right, and so I had to seam rip it, so unpick it, and it just wasn't strong enough to withstand all that unpicking, and so it got holes in it and just wasn't good. And so I went to this one instead. And this is another one that I made years ago. And so I just used that on the inside because I wanted that seam to be finished. I just thought it would be nicer for me. So yeah. And I used rainbow thread on all the seams. Yeah. I need to wash them. I haven't washed them yet since I wore them. And I have stuff dripped on them. Go figure. Either that or my kids wipe their nose on my pants. Alright, and then this is an embroidery design that I just stitched on there. It's not one that I did, it's one that was already done that I just added on there that I had. And then on the back side, this one was also one that I had gotten. It was in a thrift store bag of goodies. And so I used that one and the front one. And then these back ones are embroideries that I did. So I've got this one. There we go. And this one I did, and then I sewed it on the thing. And then this one, I realized that it was going to be better just sewn, like embroidered directly on the pocket. So I did that. But I had to test out my embroidery machine because, no, these ones were done with with my brother machine. So yesterday, was it yesterday? Yeah, I think. Anywho, whenever it was that it was Wednesday that I picked up my embroidery machine, okay? Because I did do some embroidery and post it. I'll show you what's in my lap in a minute. So these are just things that they had done that was with the machine. And see, I tested out this one and realized that it would just work out better if it was directly on the pocket. So I put it directly on the pocket. But I did this one because Jasper, she is a friend, and she had asked about doing a Pokemon backpack for her daughter. And I still plan on doing it. Okay, Jasper? So I was just kind of testing out the different designs. So this one is a I want to say Vixen, but it's not. It's a fire Pokemon. I want to say Ninetales, but that's not a Ninetales either. And then I had done an Eevee. And then this one is a Tanglia, which I just like it with the variegated thread so much better than just plain. So I got my blue and white. Well, I guess it's a variegation of different blues in there, which looks really cool. And then the first design I tested out on my machine after I got it back was this design, which this one would probably go better if it was actually done directly on fabric, because it has a lot of those blank areas. But yeah, I just wanted to try out some of the different designs that I had. Okay, so why did it take me so long to get on here? Granted, it's only like 6 o'clock my time. But, so this morning I got called saying, hey, are you home? I'm like, yeah, I'm home. I was still in my room sleeping. But I hurried up and got dressed for the day and went outside because I had someone dropping off a commission project for me because they needed something worked on. And I'm a stickler about cutting stray strings off. Okay. So, I'll just show it to you really quick. I already texted him saying it's ready. I don't know if he's going to get back to me or not today, but I did tell him it would be ready today. So, he needed this cut down and added Velcro because the way that the seat belt sits in the back seat, because it's a truck, the Velcro, well, the seat belt goes, and this wouldn't accommodate for the seat belt in that certain spot. Now, it accommodated for the seat belt on the bottom because it's got the Velcro for the seat belt pieces to go through. And because it's got the 3 seat belts. And so he needed this fixed. I thought I saw a stray string, but no. So we needed Velcro added so that he can put it in his truck, and the seat belt, so this will go back behind the seat belt as it goes, and then this part just left that piece alone pretty much. So I'm hoping it is good for him. I'm hoping it's what he was expecting. I do have a blue there and a black here, because of course, and I might need to fix that because I'm not liking how that's sticking down. That actually needs to be on top of that piece. So I'm going to fix that really quick before he gets there, because that piece is on top. That piece needs to be on top. But yeah. That just basically Velcros down. So it looks pretty good, I think. Alright. So what I was working on last night, I had contemplated staying awake, and, well, I did stay awake, but not down here. I sat there and watched TV shows on my phone. So I decided last night that I was going to finally trace out the pattern, because I'm a tracer. I don't always like cutting straight into the pattern tissue because I have a daughter and maybe she'll be interested in this, and you know, my size could change someday, and if I want to make it again, if it's wrong, I want to be able to use the pattern, and not have to buy a new one, because this one necessarily wouldn't be available. Well, it could be. It's a 2020 Simplicity. So it's 9151. This is a pattern that I got from Stephanie from SMB Designs. She was doing a video and she was going to cut it up. And I'm like, no, don't cut it up. Please don't. And she's like, oh, do you want it? Well, because she had said, anybody want this? If not, I'll cut it up. I'm like, oh, I want it. Of course. So it's overalls, but it's like a jumper. So it's this here. I made this one, but I didn't make them that short. I can't do the booty shorts that are like way up. It has to have some length to it. So what I did, because the pattern pieces use the same pattern pieces for this and this, it's just you have a cutoff line. And so there's a shorten and lengthen line just about there. And so at the shorten and lengthen line, I traced it out to that point. So instead of it being that short, it's just a little bit longer. So I have all my pattern pieces cut and ready to go. Last night I was contemplating, you know, kind of doing a sew along, but then I'd have to cut that out. And it just didn't happen. I'm like, nope, I'm going to bed, because it was like 9 o'clock at night, and or maybe it was 10, I don't know. I just knew it was time to go to bed. And my kids probably wouldn't have left me alone long enough to do anything. So, I had gone thrifting like 2 weeks ago, and I had found this fabric. Okay. If I can get it the right way up. Because it is a directional fabric. And I've already washed it. But I had seen this fabric, and I fell in love with it. I was like, that would be perfect for that jumper. Now, I don't know really if it is going to be perfect, but I am going to try that out with this pattern first and see how I like it. And who knows, I might absolutely love it and want to make it again with another fabric. We'll see. But this fabric, it just spoke to me. Alright, so I think that is all. Yeah. Haven't really done much else, just that sewing projects. It's only to fix my daughter's seat covers for her car. Saturday, I did do the bingo game with Beth and Becca. I can show you the prompt page that I did on Saturday, which was June 3rd, right? I'm pretty sure because it's my prompt game thing. So, yeah, I think that's okay. So, this is the bingo prompt game. So the different prompts in that game was swirls, add a flower, add at least one sticker, use a color that's not your favorite, add crayon and paint over, collage with tissue paper, paint with eyes closed, add black marker or pen, add alphabet, use paint swatches or paint chips, add washi in random spots, add mountain or a tree. and then draw random shapes, add lace, add black paint, color, collage white tissue over an area, and make a mess and block. Because it took a very long time to finally get someone to have a bingo.
That way you don't panic. I'll be back tomorrow.
Where you going?
Staying with my friend in Syracuse again.
Oh, bye.
With Vicky. What's she working on?
My video.
Oh, shit.
And then
Have
the
fun.
other thing I did on Saturday was this collage hippo. So it was like a patchwork hippo that they were working on. They were using scrapbook paper. Well, I decided I wanted to be different and use just rip out pieces from a magazine and just kind of collage it together. So like the face is like dog food. This is like a lady's coat and there's part of her hands. This was off a guy in a magazine, his little afro. This was like part of the dog food thing and the little leaves because it was like a pedigree or Purina dog food. These are some little pink sneakers and people, and then a little baby. I just felt like just being silly. So that one was what we did on Saturday. Alright guys, well thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Talk to you next time. Bye now. Meow. Meow.